Hey, welcome to today's video, a beginner's guide to buying great eyeglasses. And whether you are somebody who's completely new to this process and don't know where to start, or you've worn glasses your whole life, what today's video is all about is helping you find a pair of accurate, comfortable, great-looking eyeglasses with less mistakes. And that's the goal today, to help you find a pair of glasses that you will love wearing and see your very best out of without feeling that you either overpaid for something that you didn't need to, or that you don't miss out on something that could in fact really help you and your vision. To do this, we're going to split this video into 4 sections. First is sharing some tips on how to get the most accurate glasses prescription possible, because you in fact want to see well through your glasses. Part 2 is helping you find quality eyeglasses frames that are going to fit well for you, be comfortable, and work well with your prescription. Then we'll walk through selecting the different optical lenses that are available based on what will probably work best for your glasses prescription powers. And then finally, what lens enhancements or coatings will be best worth your money. Plus, toward the end, I'll share some bonus tips of some quality of life improvements, which a lot of people overlook when buying glasses. Let's begin. So the first thing that you're going to need, and even to order your glasses, is you're going to need a valid eyeglasses prescription. So if you haven't seen an eye care professional in your area, haven't had an eye exam, then that's going to be probably the #1 first thing you're going to want to do. And even if you do have a valid glasses prescription that has not expired yet, if it has been close to about a year, I think it's in your best interest to still schedule an eye exam and get things updated and double-checked. The reason why is, of course, because you're about to invest in new glasses and you want to be seeing your absolute best possible, not just in terms of clarity, but also comfort looking through those lenses, because you're going to be using them throughout the day. And even just small updates and tweaks in your prescription can pay dividends in terms of all-day comfort while wearing them. The one quick tip I like to give for everybody is that during the part of the exam where your doctor asks you better 1, better 2, try not to get overly anxious and freak out about making the perfect choice, because oftentimes your gut reaction is often the best one, and your doctor is going to double check and triple check things just to make sure it's just right. I find that oftentimes people's anxiety during that part of the test oftentimes throws things off more than anything. But if you are thinking about going back in to have an eye exam, I do have a video going more extensively over some tips on how to have a better experience at your eye doctor's clinic, and I have that video in the description below. Now let's talk about how to find glasses frames. This is the piece of plastic, metal, or a combination thereof that you're going to be wearing on your face and is going to be holding the lenses that you view out of. Now generally when you're buying glasses frames, you have the option of either choosing to purchase locally from like an eyeglasses shop that you may see at a shopping mall, maybe an optical boutique, or maybe even at the eye clinic where you had your eye exam, or you can choose to purchase online. And while online eyeglasses are definitely going to be cheaper in most cases, if you are a beginner and you're looking really to have a great experience with your glasses, I'm going to discourage you from going right to the online options right away. Mainly because the online options is a little bit more of a shot in the dark. If you aren't experienced and really know what you're shopping for, then again, it's a little bit more of a dice roll. You're unlikely to find a glasses frame that's going to really fit perfect for you, that you're necessarily going to be comfortable in. And again, if you don't fully just know what lenses to option, it can be a little bit more challenging. I myself have had good success purchasing glasses online, but that's partly because I know what I'm looking for and know what I'm doing. So I will have a video coming out in the near future about how to buy glasses online, or at least how I would do it. So if you're interested in that, definitely subscribe to the channel and ring that little bell so that you're reminded when my future videos like that one comes out. Otherwise, if you're really looking to get a great pair of eyeglasses, it's going to be in your best interest to see a local shop. Mainly because you get a hands-on experience, you get to try those frames to make sure that they do fit well, that you love how they look, that they're comfortable, and you're going to have hands-on guidance. Do I have a hair on my glasses? But you're going to have access to professional opticians and optical staff that work in this industry. They know the frames, they know the brands, and they work all day long fitting people in glasses. So they're going to know what really works with your facial profile, with your glasses prescription, and everything. I just think that overall the guidance from professionals that work in the industry, plus having the option to try on frames and really test them out, is super valuable in this case. But some golden rules about choosing glasses frames is first, you don't want something that's too wide or too thin. These glasses frames are just not going to fit well on your head, and they're going to have to be bent in order to even kind of fit well. They're not going to be comfortable. Either they're going to slide down, fall off, or they're going to be too tight, and that's going to contribute to headaches and discomfort. And if you're somebody who's had prior experience with glasses that constantly slide down your nose or fall down your face, or you just have a flatter facial profile of your nose, consider getting something, either a metal frame or a plastic frame that has nose pads built into it. Those nose pads can be adjusted so that they are better resting on your face. It makes it a lot easier to adjust, and they're less likely to slide down. Where plastic or acetate frames like I'm wearing here are just more likely to slide down your face over the course of the day or as you shake your head around. Another golden rule about selecting glasses frames is that, in general, the higher the number on your glasses prescription, the smaller the glasses lens you're going to want. Really what I mean by that is that while a lot of people think that these giant lenses are trendy, they're a little bit more fashionable, they don't work for most people's glasses prescriptions. If you have a smaller glasses prescription that starts with a 0 to maybe 1.00, then yeah, glasses frames a little bit larger like this may work just great for you. And to give you some better rough guidance of what to look for, if you pick up a pair of glasses and you look at the inner temple along the arm here, you'll be able to find some numbers. In this case here, we have numbers 52, 20, 145. That first number describes the size of one single lens well. In general, if you are at a power of between 1.25 and 3, start looking at an eye size of around 54 to 52. That should work pretty well. But as soon as you have a lens power of around 3 to 5 diopters in power, you want to look for something around 52 to maybe 50 for a lens size. And anything greater than 5 diopters, you want to get as small of a lens size as you can. I often am going toward 49, maybe 48. And the reason for this rule has to do with lens thickness as well as visual distortions. If I hold up this glasses here, you can see a lot of extra kind of movement and distortion in that lens. That's because this is my full prescription here, and with it you can see it's just a lot thicker of a lens as it gets further away from the center of that lens. That means that if you have a higher glasses prescription, like myself, I'm over the -5, then the further from the center of that lens you get, the thicker that lens is going to be. So if you have a really large eyeglasses frame, the lens is going to get really thick in the far edges. That's going to cause more distortions in your vision, and in some cases, the lenses can't even be manufactured to fit those glasses frames in the first place. Plus, really thick lenses like that end up being very heavy, and that pushes on your nose, and they're not comfortable either. So again, as a general rule, the higher your glasses prescription, the smaller the eye lens size you're going to want to pick. But there is some play depending on the lens option that you pick for your glasses, and we'll talk about that in just a second. But one small extra tip about picking the glasses frame is I encourage you to find something that you really do love. If you're going to be wearing these glasses every single day, you're going to be waking up, looking in the mirror, other people are going to be seeing you, want to find something that you're going to really love wearing because it's going to boost your confidence, you're going to like how you look and how it feels on your face. And if you are shopping locally and if you just don't know if it fits your style or looks good on you, definitely ask the people who work at that store. Otherwise, pull out your camera phone and take a picture of yourself, send it to family, friends, and get their opinion on it. And I say this because I have made that mistake of buying glasses that I thought were okay, but didn't really love them, and I just ended up hating them. I never wanted to wear them any single day, and I don't want you to be in that same position. All right, now let's talk about lens options. These are the lenses that you're going to be looking through and are going to give you your good, clear eyesight. Now, this part I think is what overwhelms a lot of people because they spend all this time picking out a glasses frame, finding something that's going to be comfortable, you're set with that, then the optician will sit you down and discuss your different lens options, and this is something that most people just don't know about. Now, just to make things simpler and easier to understand, we're going to talk about just single vision lenses in this video. If you're somebody that needs a bifocal or a progressive or sometimes called a varifocal lens, then I encourage you to check out my other video specifically on that topic, and again, I'll put that in the description below along with other helpful videos. But in most cases, when you're choosing a glasses lens, you have a few different options. Most people will have at least what is called a standard lens, which is a standard plastic or CR39 material. This lens is usually the cheapest and works well for anybody with a really small prescription. Again, like a 0 to 1 diopters, you're probably going to be fine in a standard lens. But then there are two other categories that have additional benefits to wearing your glasses, as well as potentially your eyesight and vision. First is a safety lens material called polycarbonate. It's probably the first upgrade that most people will be offered in terms of getting a better lens. Polycarbonate and another material called Trivex, these are both kind of safety lens materials. They are more impact resistant. It's less likely for those glasses to shatter when it's made out of that material. It also has some other properties, such as making the glasses thinner and lighter, which is really important, again, if you have a higher glasses prescription, as well as having some additional other benefits, such as UV light protection. That's just naturally a quality of these types of lens materials. And then the final lens category is something called high index lenses. These are lenses made of a higher index of refraction so that the lenses can get even thinner and even lighter, usually starting at a 1.60 high index to a 1.74 as being kind of the top of the line, highest refractive index for a lens option. Again, just a general and golden rule about these different lens options to make it simpler for you. If your power is between 0 and 1, standard plastic is probably going to work just fine. If your powers are between 1 and 3 diopters, then looking into either polycarbonate or maybe thinking about a 1.60 or 1.67 high index will work great. If your powers are between 3 and 5 diopters, definitely think about 1.67. That's kind of where my experience, that lens, you kind of get the best bang for your buck. If you are greater than 5 diopters of power in your glasses, definitely think about getting 1.74 or the highest index lens material that you can. Because when it comes to getting a thinner lens and a lighter lens at a high power, that's where you're going to get the best benefit. All right, now moving on to lens coatings. These are the coatings or enhancements that are applied to the lenses in order to improve different visual qualities of the lenses as well as protective qualities of the glasses. The first lens coating or enhancement that you'll ever probably see is what is called AR coating, which stands for anti-reflective coating. You'll also hear different people say non-glare coating or glare-free lenses, things like that. And quite honestly, this is something I think you should definitely just spend the money and get this. It will probably be one of the easiest, best things for your overall vision and comfort with those lenses. If you're not exactly sure what I'm talking about, typically if you just get a pair of standard lenses without any anti-reflective coating, you're going to see a lot of white reflections of light, anything around you bouncing off of that lens. In this case here, I have a lens with an anti-reflective coating on one side and nothing on the other. And with the lens side without the coating, you get a lot of glare from the light coming off the ceiling. You can't even see the door down the distance of the hallway. But with the other side of the lens, that has the anti-reflective coating, you can see through that lens because that coating helps kind of negate or neutralize all those harsh reflections and allows you to see through the lens better. Also, this helps with cosmetic appearance and reducing just glare and eye strain in general. I'll also throw in that if you have a few extra dollars to spend, it is well worth to get the upgraded or better version of anti-reflective coatings that some companies offer, because those coatings often have a combination of not just anti-reflective, but they have anti-scratch, they have anti-smudge, as well as sometimes UV light protection, all wrapped into one, and I think it's just going to be better worth the value. A side note though is that anti-reflective does also make the lenses a little bit easier to get dirty, like oils from your skin are more likely to be attracted and stick onto that lens. So it's important to also know how to clean your glasses, and I have a couple of tips in other videos on how to do that too. All right, now let's just talk about blue light glasses for a quick moment. Now, blue light glasses is kind of a tough topic. There's a lot of trends out there. And I personally have a hard time recommending blue light glasses for everybody because blue light glasses are not really standardized in any way, meaning that if you go to one company, they may carry a different type of blue light blocking lens or technology versus another company. And those different lenses often have different amounts of blue light or different types of blue light that it's blocking, and may or may not have any specific effect. Meaning some lenses, because of the wavelengths that they block, may help you with your sleep cycles if you're staring at a computer screen in the evening, or they might not do anything at all for you. The research about blue light and really how it affects our physiology, our eyeball, our eye health is still a big question mark in the industry. And so no matter what, if you're thinking about blue light glasses, and if they're really going to be worth it for you to get a blue light protective lens in your glasses, I would say ask your eye doctor if they've read recent research, if there's anything new that they think about, or if they think specifically for you and your lifestyle, if it's something that they would recommend. One other lens enhancement you could consider is that of photochromic lenses. Those are the ones that are clear indoors, and then they turn into sunglasses when you go outside, and then back to clear again when you go inside. The most famous brand out there is something called Transitions, and I have done a couple of videos going over, like, reviewing a couple of the different products that they have. If you want to learn more, again, I'll put all those in the description below for additional resources. I personally do enjoy photochromic lenses, but it's definitely hit or miss. Some people absolutely love them, some people absolutely don't like them. And so it's something to look a little bit more into if it maybe interests you. All right, so we've covered a lot in this video, but hopefully at this point you feel comfortable that you have a valid glasses prescription. You understand kind of where you're going to start off looking at glasses frames and what may work the best for you, as well as picking a lens and finding a lens enhancement, or really just where to start off in getting good lenses for a great pair of eyeglasses. But I have two extra bonus tips that I like to share because these are small things that people often overlook and I think can really help you with your overall glasses experience. First of which is if you're offered a warranty on your glasses, I think this can be worth it, especially if you're choosing to purchase a higher end pair of glasses. You're spending maybe over $200, $300, $400 US for a new set of glasses. It's probably going to be a better bang for your buck to just go ahead and pay a few extra dollars for the warranty. That way, if the glasses get scratched, broken, stepped on, misplaced, something like that, it's going to make buying a duplicate or replacement pair much more affordable. And oftentimes these warranties last at least 12 to up to 24 months. So if the glasses do get scratched, bent, stepped on, something happens, it's only going to be a small cost, maybe $50 to $75 at most, to get things replaced versus respending $300, $400, $500. So I do think that's a good idea. And then finally, whenever you get glasses, wherever you choose to purchase them, have them professionally adjusted. Usually when you first pick up your glasses, you pull them out of the case, you put them on, nobody's ears are perfectly aligned, and usually the glasses sit a little bit crooked, and you may not be looking through the right part of the lens. So it is going to be worth it to have it professionally adjusted so that it's comfortable, you're looking through the right spot, you're going to have the best experience. So finally, this is the part of the video where I ask for feedback from you. Do you feel like this video really helped you find a better understanding of where to start and purchase a good pair of glasses? Is there something that specifically really helped you, or is there something that I completely overlooked and you would like additional information on? So please drop your feedback and comments in the section below, and to learn more about finding glasses frames and glasses for you, check out this video coming up here. See you later.